I do really enjoy removing these trees and stumps, but in years past I found these stumps to be the bane of my existence. I'd have to mow around them for several years with sprouts growing out of them all the time, and so I started burning them, and it turns out I really enjoyed it. Viewers in dozens of comments have suggested that drilling holes and pouring diesel in the holes and letting that soak through the stump is the proper way to do this. So that's what I'm going to do in this video. I'm going to walk you through the process of how I did it, and you'll get to see how it turns out. So when viewers say in their comments, you know, just drill holes in the stump, it's easier to do it that way. Well, it's easier to say just drill some holes in the stump than it actually is to drill the holes. This is a brand new 3/8 bit from Arbor Freight, about 24 inches long. I have sped this up about 600% because if I didn't, this would be a 20-minute video of me just drilling a stump, and y'all are not going to hang around that long. Anyway, yeah, I should have cleaned this stump up before I started drilling, but I kind of got ahead of myself. So, but anyway, so I'm gonna mow around it and get it sweeped off. In past videos, I have had commenters, viewers that have suggested to cut slots in the top of the stump like this. It helps get air from the outside to the center of the stump. I have had good success with this, and I don't see any reason to stop doing it. It works really well. It removes a lot of material. One thing that worked really well here, I think, is this plunge cut, where I just take the saw and plunge down in the center of the stump. That removes a lot more material than just drilling the holes. And I'm not knocking drilling the holes, but I think in the future I may just do some plunge cuts with the saw, because that is way, way faster than trying to drill those holes. So I got all the shavings swept away. Got a shameless plug here of my dog doing something kind of funny. Next up is probably the third or fourth time I've put a little diesel in these holes and these slots to get it ready to burn. This is my wife. She wanted me to get a little trash fire going outside, and she came outside, and I really kind of felt like I needed to get proof of that on video, and so that everybody could see that. And this is what's left of what we wanted to burn. But that trash fire gave me an opportunity to get some coals and embers off of that fire. I moved them over to this stump just as a quick, easy way to get it started. So you can kind of see the diesel starting to smoke a little bit there. As it's starting to get hot, it's not burning, and it's not burning cleanly. But in just a short time, the flame starts. Here we go. And so that right there, that is the diesel in the stump that is starting to ignite. And I didn't blow myself up, so that's a definite plus. That's all we need to get the fire going. And not to be left out is my DirecTV dish that I bought from the salvage yard. Use that to reflect heat back toward the stump. Here we can see those slots of getting that air through there. That's probably a little bit of diesel evaporating, but that works really well. The direct TV dish reflects the heat back toward the stump. Kind of helps keep it from, the fire, the heat just from blowing away. It seems to help quite a bit. So this is burned for 3 or 4 hours. I have, blown the ash away. I've taken a shovel and picked away at a little bit of the dirt that was around the roots. And this thing is really lit inside the stump there in the center of it. Turns out that drilling the holes and the plunge cut with the chainsaw, along with the diesel, seems to work really, really well. All the slots that I cut with the chainsaw seem like they're gone already. It has removed that much material in a very short amount of time. I sped this part of it up. As I was editing video, I could see that the fire underneath the blower was really eating that stump up in a short amount of time. So I thought, well, if a blower works pretty good, maybe I can just put a little fan on this and kind of direct the air back down toward the stump and get those embers there going, and maybe it'll burn it a little quicker. Well, I was wrong. It turns out that the fan almost blew the fire or the stump completely out. Turns out the only part of the stump that didn't go completely out was the inside edge that was protected from the fan, the breeze, the air from the fan. And so I won't be doing that anymore. So now I've got to rebuild the fire. And that's not working. There's not enough heat there to get all of that going again. So I threw some leaves on here. That's exactly what it needed. Just got the fire going pretty good. And now we have a proper stump burning fire. So this is probably the next day. This probably takes 3 or 4 days to do it this way. This is a small stump, but again, I'm only spending 15-20 minutes a day on it, and I get to go outside and play in the fire a little bit, and when I'm tired of it, I go back in the house. It's not something that I have to sit here and watch, all day long for days and days. So it's been a few days since I've been able to work on the stump. Baby girl brought home some third world bio weapon, some kind of common cold that they hadn't been able to identify. And it's taken us all about a week to get over. And so anyway, in the meantime, the stump went out, and so I got to get started it back up again. So do not do this at home. You could really hurt yourself doing this. Matter of fact, let's just say that I'm doing this here for you so that you don't have to do it at home. This is just for entertainment purposes only. So we're making a lot of good progress here. As you can see, the stump is starting to burn well below grade. It's probably 6 or 7 inches below, you know, yard level, dirt level of when we started. You can see that we still got some roots. It could be that I haven't spent enough time, paying attention to the roots, because the stump is way below ground, and I still got a lot of roots that I still got to address. And so there's a big root knot underneath the middle of that fire right there that I'm trying to get super hot with the blower to go ahead and see if we can get a large portion of that out of the way. So I'm gonna get that lit, and I'll put the dish cover back on top of it, and I'm just gonna let that run until it burns out. I'll come back and look at the roots, and we'll evaluate and see what I want to do with those. This shot here gives you kind of an idea of how far down the stump proper has burned below the ground level. I think this is going to be way plenty deep enough. I don't think this will give me any trouble once I get it all covered back up with dirt. All right, folks, it's been a couple more burning sessions going on here. I think we're going to see some good progress on this one. Okay. I still feel a little heat off that. All right. So here is the stump, proper, well below grade now. What we got mainly left are the roots that have all been burned and severed from the stump. So we could keep burning roots, or we could just go on and pull the roots out and be done with it. And I think that's what we're going to do. And that's how you do it. Pulling the roots out by hand is one option. If you're not blessed with superhuman strength like I am, I'm going to show you how you can use the front end loader to get in and kind of rip those roots out of the way for you. The front end loader works extremely well, but if you don't have a front end loader, a good sturdy toe strap tied onto the back of a good pickup, you pull those roots away from the direction of the stump. You would pull them in the same direction I'm pushing them with this bucket here. But a pickup truck pulling them with a toe strap works pretty well. Just don't stand around the toe strap, while you're tugging on it pretty hard. I'm going to use an axe here to cut these roots out, just because I don't want y'all to think I'm showing off when I just rip them out of the ground with my bare hands. So this is the stack of roots I either pulled up by hand or pulled up with the tractor. I still need to do something with them, but I'm in luck because I have another stump to burn, and I will use those roots whenever I go to burn the next stump. So now all that's left is the cleanup, and for cleanup there is nothing better than a little front end loader. So I appreciate you sticking with it and watching this far. My dogs come through to inspect my handiwork here. If you enjoyed the video, give me a thumbs up and subscribe if you want to see more of them. I really do appreciate you watching, and I'll catch you on the next one.